The green team's banning someone now. Bad dude's banning someone now.
I'm looking towards you, and now the battle is won. You hold on to something and need and want. Two hearts beating as one. It's stronger now than ever. Help me take on the world it's captivating. Yeah. Aren't you tired of living on the outside? Don't you want to live without hindsight? 'Cause our future looks so bright now. So don't you
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary alike, we got game 2 going on between Pot of Greed and Grin Ethereal. So, if you saw the last game, you guys would know Pot of Greed took game 1. And we're going to be doing the whole entire draft thing all over again. And before I go ahead and continue on doing so, let me go ahead and pause this music real fast, so we can hear the nice ambient sound of Dota 2 soundtrack while we watch this draft.
Dire team pick.
Okay, that's enough time. Anyways, so Pot of Greed decided to go ahead and ban out the, let's see here, Death Prophet and Juggernaut, while Grin Ethereal decided to ban out the Panda Brew and the Underlord. So my first inclination is they banned out the Brewmaster as a respect ban, and they had to make sure Welshie did not have a good offlaning experience with another strong or a relatively strong hero in the offlane in Underlord. Okay, so Gree decided to go ahead and pick out the Spirit Breaker for himself from the looks of things, because he did play Spirit Breaker last game. Naya played the Winter Wyvern last game, so if it ain't broke, why fix it? Grin Ethereal is going to be adjusting their game plan quite a bit, because they already came out with a Shadow Shaman pick and a 4th pick into Lone Druid. Alright, so they took away the Razor for the side of Pot of Greed, which means they are trying to go ahead and give themselves a very good offlane for Welshie. Okay, so there's no Viper in the pool as well. When you take a look at everything, it's not that like Viper is like overpowered or anything. It's more along the lines of making sure that they give themselves the best matchups, no counterplay, no counter heroes and so forth. Because Viper is one of those heroes that if you desperately need a counter of some sort, he naturally more or less counters a whole slew of heroes, which sucks given how his kit works for like the past year or two now. So it's a bit of a massive strain for a lot of teams when you have to deal with a Viper that way. Ooh, they banned out the Troll Warlord, and they also banned out Clinks. So a few weeks ago, Clinks started working his way back into the meta on all levels, which is pretty neat when you really think about it. Unfortunately, he didn't make a strong enough climb back into the meta, because he kind of like came in and was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave now, you know. So the train of thought here more or less is they're trying to specifically target B-Jack Honeydew for making sure that he doesn't get that hero, because they don't want anybody sneaking around in the back lines, because Shadow Shaman is very susceptible to that. Same thing with Lone Druid from like the early to mid game. There's no Night Stalker, no Brewmaster, so they do want something along the lines of a Tusk here, when you're Grin Ethereal, mainly for the fact that they want somebody to just jam on through the front line like Axe, and is able to go ahead and survive Axe for a little bit if he gets called on or initiated on. And they do have a few saves in Tusk, so that Snowball is great for a temporary save, or at least extend the fight long enough to go ahead and more or less reset it, like a soft reset for team fights. It feels like the BM ban from Pot of Greed was to go ahead and make sure Shadow Shaman doesn't have a strong counterpart to his push. So by taking away the Beastmaster off of the pool, it makes things a little bit more tolerable for themselves. And oh, that is not a good combination for Pot of Greed. Having Tusk and Slardar in the same lane is, how would I put this? Asking for trouble for your carry. I know you have the counter initiation in the into the Winter Wyvern. Ooh, out comes the Wind Ranger. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have a little bit of shuffling going on right now, because naturally the Axe is the 3, so Wind Ranger can more or less be the 2 at this point, or it can become the 4, which means the Spirit Breaker has to be something else, and Spirit Breaker can't really do much other than that. So they're definitely trying to put Wind Ranger somewhere in the draft, which is most likely going to be the 2 in here. So when I meant by shuffling, I really thought that there was going to be something there, but when I really started thinking about it, it's like, wait, nope. There's going to be no shuffling. This is definitely looking like a Rob Boss hero right here in Wind Ranger. But it would be a great curveball if Axe went mid and Wind Ranger was being played by Welshie. So anyways, they took away the Wraith King. Again, they don't want to deal with push. They have very few heroes that can actually deal with it without making it like too detrimental for the team. Axe can definitely deal with pushes. The difference here though is Axe is so important to the team that you cannot pry him away from objectives to defend a push whatsoever. You know, Axe can push, Axe can do a lot of things. It's just like, it's very difficult to go ahead and really
5 seconds remaining.
Do the things that you need him to do as a 3. Unlike Slardar, Slardar cannot do much other than initiate and just bash people to death. You know, they took away Zeus. Ooh, are they going to use Terrorblade? Because, okay, so just hear me out. Zeus counters Terrorblade for obvious reasons. Terrorblade is one of the biggest heroes right now that you can go ahead and use in this meta. They took away the Monkey King. They took away the PL from the side of Grin Ethereal. They took a lot of the meta heroes out right now. So you're going to get into the whole entire wonky situation of like, who are the last few meta picks that you can get for your carry, right? And Terrorblade is on top of that list in my eyes. You can go ahead and grab Gyrocopter, but he's been more or less used as a 5 specifically. Ooh, a Chaos Knight. So they're going to go off brand here. Okay. That's really neat. Hopefully they don't go ahead and set themselves up accidentally with against a Terrorblade, because that would be completely nightmarish for them, because first off, you have Shadow Shaman and you have Lone Druid. Right, Lone Druid is not going to go online for a little bit to go ahead and push down towers until he gets a level 4 bear. Well, you can do it with a level 3, level 2-ish bear, but it's just like, hey, come on. You kind of sort of need items on the bear. So Shadow Shaman's going to be split pushing by himself, more or less, shackling people to make sure they can go ahead and get those kills more securely. In terms of like taking a look at like how the Wind Ranger and Chaos Knight is going to do in this game. You more or less secured yourself of, oh lordy lord, there's the Bloodseeker.
You may now select your hero.
Alright, so the Bloodseeker is going to be the 1. They have Rhino being the 2 in the mid. Bird is going to be on the Shadow Shaman as the 5. Bright Guy is going to be the 4. Magic Wizard will be the 3. So it's not much of a surprise there. Over on the side of Pot of Greed, B-Jack Honeydew is definitely going to be on the Chaos Knight. Rob Boss will be taking the Wind Ranger. Welshi on the Axe. Naya on the Winter Wyvern. And we got Gree onto the Spirit Breaker. So the kind of game plan that you got going on right now for Grin Ethereal, if they want to go ahead and make this a 1-1 split, is they need to go ahead and make sure Slardar and Tusk have a great lane against B-Jack, Honeydew, and Naya. The easiest way they're going to be able to do that is to more or less apply a whole bunch of pressure and not care about anything, deny, and just start bashing away at everybody. Doesn't matter who's in front of them. Level 3, just run at them. That's all they got to do. Bright Guy, after that point, will be running around in lanes and trying to go ahead and pick off people left and right if he possibly can. It was very difficult as an Undying to do that last game. It was a competitive match until things started not going their way. So Regal's probably looking at trying to farm things as fast as he possibly can. And in this game, I am just wondering what he needs to do and what kind of build he needs to make just so he can deal with a lot of the situations that's going to be going on for him. So if we're looking at a carry build, oh boy, I don't know. Like it's like one of those builds for me where you just look at everything and kind of try to figure stuff out. I mean, it seems like Maelstrom, Skullbasher into an Abyssal Blade, getting Nags Shardens and stuff like that. I mean, like that. Like let's take a look. See. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. Against this big beefy lineup, well, not beefy, but like they're going to be dealing with a big lineup, you know. Like take a look at Axe. You know, this is not exactly what you want to deal with in lane. CK's right there. Oh boy, out comes the Blood Right. They're gonna go ahead and use Cold Embrace immediately. In comes the charge, and they're just going on through. They know who they want. They want the Shadow Shaman. There he's gonna go down. There's the first blood. No body blocks there to go ahead and save Naya anytime soon. Rob Boss is on the outer edge. They're throwing down the Blood Right, try to go ahead and get 3. There's a Slithering Crush, and they're trying to finish this job onto Welshi. They got him very close to death, and they will get him. Out comes the Chaos Bolt onto Magic Wizard, who is gonna get charged on, and they get the revenge kill right there. And they also go ahead and get Rob Boss. And Gree's in a big spot right now where he's going to be in big trouble because of the Blood Right. And everything seems to be going a little bit better for the side of Grin Ethereal this time around as opposed to last game. For the start, you know, this is good. This is good for Grin Ethereal. You're up a little bit, not too... You know, let's not get ahead of ourselves way too much, but this is a great start for Regal in terms of like wanting what he has to deal with. Ooh, well, she has to go ahead and defend himself. Like, hey, you know, take a look at this. This is a great start for him. He got 3 kills. There's 1 onto the Slardar. It's a good start for him. You know, like he gets he has a great start onto his phase boots that he desperately will want to get. He has 20 minutes more or less to figure out what other items to build. Until then, out comes the Blood Right. They're going to go ahead and use a tag team. They have the shards up to go ahead and keep Welshi in place for a little bit. They are going to go ahead and try to chase him down. He does have thirst, but it's, that battle hunger. Oh boy. It just stops him from actually getting that chase going. I do like what's going on over here in mid. It's like you have Rob Boss taking on Rhino. It's a good little setup right here for him. He does have to get Shackle Shot to be really, really good for this lane. But he's going to opt for the Power Shot at the moment, which is fine. You can go ahead and invest that point in when you're at level 4, which is cool, And that's where you really want to go ahead and try to take advantage of this lane, is getting that Shackle Shot onto Rhino's Bear and Lone Druid, so that way he can go ahead and get some free hits, get some really nice power shots going, really put some more efficiency onto the mana usage that is going to be applied there. Agree, he's going to go ahead and just, stick around in that situation so he can get some XP as well. Does have the charge available. So while she's showing up, there's the charge, there's the battle hunger. Oh, out comes the Blood Right. They're going to go ahead and reset there real fast. Not able to get Regal just yet. So, oh, he does have a Wraith Bander. Oh, nice. Okay. Over here on bottom, they're going to go ahead and try to get this B-Jack Honeydew. They have him shackled up for the time being. Magic Wizard will go ahead and get the kill there. That deep of the bash, just absolutely terrible. You got CK in lane. Oh, there's the charge from Gree, just so they can go ahead and just split themselves up a little bit, get him off of him. And Welshi, he's going to be trying to fight this with his teammates. Oh no, that is very bad for Gree. You lose your magic wand for that. And oh, that is just terrible news. Oh, Welshi, that Ice Shard's really manipulated his pathing right there. He's not in too much trouble, but it could have been really bad if there was a snowball. So that's what happens when you're still level 2 and you really need a level 3. But Welshi's okay for right now. Gree? I really thought he was going to go ahead and show up in mid and try to help him out. But like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and give you what you need. I think he did. But as I'm talking over here, not realizing that Magic Wizard got taken out by Naya and B-Jack Honeydew. So here's the Chaos Rift. Out comes the Chaos Bolt. They're going to go ahead and try to slow this man in Birdie down. He seems to be playing as the 4 in this game. I really thought he was going to be better for as a 5. Alright, up top though, we got Regal under threat. This Welshi is not going to go ahead and give him an easy lane. So they... Oh. He stepped out of line a little bit and got murdered right away. Out comes the Slithering Crush. He's working on getting that Bash of the Deep. He only has 1. He needs 3 more to go ahead and proc it. Bright Guy is TPing on down. Oh, they're going to go ahead and do so one more time. Out comes the Ice Shards to go ahead and manipulate that pathing to keep B-Jack there. And man, that tag team was so deadly. It absolutely did its job. It just makes things worse.
Got it.
Smart little play from Naya right there to go ahead and deny his own sentry. That way they can go ahead and just make sure. Just make sure that Bird and everybody else doesn't go ahead and try to take advantage of that camp for themselves. While I'm saying this, Bird and Bright Guy is going to go ahead and run towards mid here. Show up as reinforcements. Rob Boss seems to be in a little bit of trouble because that's the main target. That Shackles and double and tag team is just going to be one of those marish things this game. Gonna hate it. Meanwhile, over here on bottom, can they go ahead and get that charge in time? TP was a little too fast. Oh, I love this courier. It's great. And when you take a look at how Bry Guy is playing this game, he has been having massive impact in this whole entire game. Like, great impact. Welshi, he's going to go ahead and put a call onto Regal. He's going to go ahead and TP back to his first tower just so he can reset. He didn't seem to be under threat too much. Did he use the Rupture on him? No, he did not. So I kind of feel like it was not necessary, but it was a good thing for him to do it anyways. Alright, here comes the charge from Gree. They're going to go ahead and try to get Bird off of the board as fast as they possibly can. Out comes the Splinter Blast. He is slowed down quite a bit. Oh, there's a Shackle just so that the Chaos Knight doesn't get the kill. Oh, here comes a Slithering Crush on 3. The Bash of the Deep is doing his job. The Chaos Bolt is right there. Out comes the charge from Gree. Can they do this on... Oh, they're unable to do so on the Magic Wizard, being level 5 and all.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh man, that Splinter Blast was not enough to do the damage that is necessary. Over on top. Ooh, Bry Guy is he's not feeling so well. He's really low. They want to go ahead and get Regal here. And they're going to instead turn it around onto Welshi. They had him shackled up for a few moments. Here comes the Ice Shards. Battle Hunger's being down. He turns into a chicken just for a few moments. Welshi is going to go ahead and reposition himself away. I don't think he realizes that he's under a ward. But he doesn't need to know he's under a ward. At least for right now. Because, well, they have vision and, you know, Spirit Breaker is here in Gree. They don't know yet if that ward is tipping off the opponent anything and that they desperately kind of sort of want to keep protected. But they're going to go ahead and charge on in. Gree with Welshi. There's the call right now. And no one's going to answer it. Over in the mid lane, Raw Boss is just chilling, relaxing, taking care of business. Rhino doing the safe thing, throwing his bear in front of him. Going to go ahead and push out lanes for a bit. Uh-oh, Welshi up top is going to be going down in trouble. Oh, there's the double shackle shot on Bry Guy and Bird. He's going to go ahead and use his focus fire on Bry Guy. Oh, there's a snowball. Little stun right there. Can he finish it? Yes, yes, he will be able to. Regal's going to be gone on right here. There's the charge. The shackle shot didn't cling to a second one, but it doesn't feel like they're going to finish or want to give up on this kill. Instead, Bird wisely uses the shackle to go ahead and be the sacrificial lamb right now. Rob Boss. Oh my gosh. So close, yet so far. And with all of that distraction, with Rob Boss going over to the top lane, this just opens up the mid lane for Rhino to go ahead and take with his bear. You cannot underestimate the pushing power of the Lone Druid. And, well, she shows up in time just so he can go ahead and call on this bear, and nothing will happen. Level 4 bear, he has demolished. Towers are not going to survive that well. Over in the bottom lane, we haven't visited here for quite a while. Magic Wizard is being gone on. There's the Chaos Bolt with the Rift, and can they finish the... Nope. They're going to go ahead and decide to put a pause on that. You know, that charge from Grieve was just... I'm not going to say it was terrible or bad or great or anything. It's just like one of those things where it's just like you throw it out there, see what happens, and they weren't in a great position. Arctic Burn is available. I'm going to go ahead and use that. They're going to go ahead and shackle shot both the bear and the Lone Druid. The focus fire is going to finish off Rhino quite a bit, but B-Jack Honeydew is going to go ahead and do the kill secure. Bry Guy threw out those shards to go ahead and make sure he can path away a little bit better, but out comes the Chaos Bolt. They're trying to find a way onto Bry Guy. There's the charge and the pullback. So he's gone for a little bit. Oh, up top. Oh, haste rune for Bird. He's going to be like, hey there, pal. I'm going to go ahead and show up. Battle Hunger ain't stopping me, but the Blood Right and the Rupture on the other hand. Here's the call onto Welshi onto the 2. Oh, and the Winter's Curse was able to go ahead and finish off the Shadow Shaman. Regal's not in a great position right now. He's going to be chased down. Out comes the Ice Shards to go ahead and block the path. So Pot of Greed's going to reassess the situation and walk away from it instead. They got one. They don't need to go ahead and waste their life for a second one. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Guy, you are having one hell of a game. He is having the build of Falcon's Blade because he's feeling himself. That's good. That's great. You weren't having such a great game last time, so this is even better for you. On the other hand here, we got Welshi farming up the jungle on the side here. Yeah, he's not having such a great game in comparison to the last time, the last one, because by now he was about to get his Blink Dagger, and he's still working on it right now. He's 900. Let's see, he's about 1,000 gold away. 1,050, 40. You know, this is the power of the Shadow Shaman. Well, all that split pushing that he can do. As soon as he gets 6, that's pretty much all he wants to do. He's going to go ahead and just continue on with this push. Doesn't realize that B-Jack Honeydew's right here. He's going to throw out that Chaos Bolt. Will he do the Reality Rift? Because he's going to do so. He hexed up one of the illusions. Doesn't take it away. The charge from Gree. And, ooh, Corrosive Haze onto him. He's like, nope, we're not going to take this fight. Over on the top lane, Welshi trying to desperately finish this Blink Dagger as soon as he possibly can. Guy's trying to hide himself in the best spot that he could. Man, there's a lot of pressure onto this tower. So Welshi's going to go ahead and drag the wave, so that way this wave over here will be doubled up as soon as the second wave will show up, which is going to be really, really soon. Can that little creep? Oh, he's not able to get there just in time. Oh, Regal on the other hand just ran into Welshi. Welshi trying to TP on out. He is ruptured. There's going to be the blood right there. Ooh, the punch onto the Naya. Here comes the charge from Gree. He's going to go ahead and try to keep Regal off of Welshi. Out comes another strike. The Battle Hunger is applied to Regal. He can't run away just yet. There is the call from Welshi to go ahead and get Gree. A little opening, but oh my gosh, Rob Boss from the side. He's gonna go ahead and focus fire to the lone druid, and oh no, he's stuck, he's rooted, he turned into a chicken. Oh man, that's not good news whatsoever. And oh no, that was a bit of disaster. So much so that they got fried chicken. It doesn't feel good to be Rob Boss right now. Your laning wasn't the best, it wasn't the greatest, but let's take a look at it. You know, you kept the lone druid in check for most of it, but the moment you went ahead and TP to go ahead and do a rotation, it just absolutely opened up that mid lane to be taken. And that's where you kind of sort of lost mid. I'm not like saying lost mid, but like you lost control of it. Ooh, really nice Winter's Curse to go ahead and try to damage out the bird. Oh, and oh my god, he got trapped by his Serpent Wards right there. There's the Blood Right. Out comes the tag team. There is the Cold Embrace. They're throwing everything they possibly can onto this Tusky Wusky. Guy with a snowball. He's looking for that kill, but he punches the Spirit Breaker and gets nothing in return. And it kind of feels like they want to get this bear right now. Out comes the Chaos Bolt just so they can go ahead and slow him down. And here's the call again. And there's the big dunk from Welshi. Man, Welshi must be really happy they finally got rid of that bear. He is about 15 minutes into this game, finally going to be able to purchase that Blink Dagger that he desperately needed a few minutes ago that he's been working on all game. Oh, there's a little illusion spotting out something going on over here. They don't see Regal just yet, so he's going to go ahead and try to keep himself hidden right now. He does have a Maelstrom, and the BKB is going to be on the menu. I really do feel like he needs to get 1,400 gold on top of whatever he has in getting so he needs about 3k gold in about 5 minutes. So that way he can go ahead and get the either an Ogre Axe, a Mithril Hammer, on top of getting his shards, because that shards is going to be very, very helpful in this game. You know, 2% damage and healing himself, a little 2% extra. Oh yeah, you guys know what I mean. They were trying to get rid of that bear, but you know, it's difficult to go ahead and just grab something that you want. You know, you're playing against another team, so let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit. All right, they are smoked up. Oh, no, never mind, not smoked up. They are invis. Oh, here comes the charge. The Winter Curse is on Bright Guy. And can they go ahead and kill this lone druid? The focus fire is on there. Ooh, a two-man call right here from Welshie. Very good call right there. Oh, out comes the Serpent Wars. They're going to go ahead and keep Rob Boss in place. Oh, B-Jack Honeydew is going to go ahead and shred on through this magic wizard. And it feels like that two-man crush is going to be helpful. Do they have a rupture going on? They did get Welshie in return. Oh, they turned him into a chicken. That is very bad. What was looking to be a good initiation turned into a nightmare of an event. For taking out, they had a decent Winter's Curse going on in the back, in the mid lane, in the middle of the team. Didn't catch too many heroes on that. They decided to go ahead and spread out a bit. That Serpent Wards was perfectly placed in that team fight. It just absolutely made it even more difficult to get to whichever heroes they needed to. It split up the team in a very bad manner, and they just could not finish getting the kill onto Slardar at all. And I don't know if there was hesitancy on the side of Welshie with his Culling Blade, you know, but I really felt like if they were able to get that Slardar as soon as they possibly could have, then it would have gone a little bit better. And Bright Guy doing his Bright Guy thing, saying bye-bye to wards. Hello, ward. Bye-bye. Anyways. So and not only that, having this tower here in the mid lane and having that fight go down, it just, I'm not saying it made things impossible, it just made things a lot more difficult, and it kind of felt like they forced a fight there, even though it was looking good for the most part. And I don't know if they have to reprioritize their train of thought in terms of like who to initiate on and try to finish the job on. It's just, it feels like Bird has become a priority. Like, he's done so much in team fights that if they don't get rid of him ASAP, or at least try to get rid of Tusk ASAP, it's just gonna make team fights just unbearable to deal with. So they're gonna go ahead and smoke up immediately back here in their own area of the map. They're gonna go ahead and try to see if they can catch anyone out. They are warding on the way from the looks of things. Oh, they ran out of wards. Smokes are gonna be most likely breaking right here. They do find Bry Guy, initiating on him ASAP. There's the blood right, and there's the dunk. As soon as that happened, Regal's like, not dealing with this. I'm out of here.
Oh man, this is totally harsh.
So, okay, so Bloodseeker is opting for an SNY. 20 minutes is coming up right now. I like I'm saying, I really do feel like if he really saved his money, or his gold, sorry, and grabbed that Ag Shard, it would have made this so much more of a snowball for him. He's already snowballing, not out of control, but he's already snowballed enough where it can turn into out of control. And to me, having that Ag Shard would have turned it into like a really, really big avalanche sort of thing. But a BKB is always a very good excuse to have.
In cold, there is comfort.
You know, there's nothing wrong with the BKB. It just, I really feel like an Ag's shard is very, very good this game. Like, look, now deals 2% of the target's maximum health as pure damage and heals Bloodseeker for the amount, and the Blood Rage only works on him. So it's really, really neat when you see something like that. Does he have Flicker? No. It's not even late enough to do Flicker. Why did he... I don't know why he blinked backwards. Anyways.
Green dude's top fin
Or maybe I'm
is
seeing
about to
things,
get knocked
which is
over.
most likely the case. Alrighty. So Bryguy is calling out a play right now, saying that, you know, that area over there. Let's run on through that way. Aghanim's shard is already on Bird here. So they're going to go ahead and try one more time of an attempt onto here. There's the shackle shot onto the lone druid. Here comes Welshie. They are able to go ahead and, oh my lord, counter all of this going on. There's the roar from the lone druid to go ahead and get the honeydew off of him. Slardar does go down. They got a 2-for-1. Here comes the blink strike to go ahead and reposition himself. Out comes the TP so they can run away from the Bloodseeker. And a buyback from Naya. It seems like they feel like they can go ahead and turn this because these teams are going to go ahead and were out of position and overextended. Oh no, there's the blood right, there's the punch, and oh, out comes the Winter's Curse. He's going to go ahead and use the Cold Embrace onto the Spirit Breaker. Gree seems to be in a bad spot. There's a Snowball. They're messing everything up, but he's going to go ahead and bulldoze on out, and a double shackle to come on out to go ahead and get the kill onto the Bloodseeker. There's the Spirit Vessel, and one more last hit to ensure the death of Bryguy. Oh, wow. Who saw that coming? Not me. Did they see it coming? No, they did not. Oh, there's a Reality Rift. There's a blink forward with the call. It seems like Bird is going to flap his wings into an airplane.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He was flying high and they just had to take him down. Oh, the Battle Hunger was applied but did not take some damage before the blink away. Oh, he's still being charged on. I don't feel like Gree's going to go past this tower. I believe they have small... Okay, so he's going to go ahead and stop that. It doesn't feel like he was going to go ahead and go past running the tier 2 into a Tusk and a Slardar. It's a little bit much at that point.
Something bad is happening in your bottom.
Alright, so they are trying to go ahead and chase down Rhino. They're chasing him out of the jungle. They don't want him to get too much going.
Don't mind if I do.
And it feels like... they're slowing the game down just a tad bit. Just enough so they can go ahead and distract Pot of Greed with running them out of the jungle. But with that being said, they knew exactly what they wanted in this game.
Someone check Roche. Maybe they're doing Roche.
They knew exactly what they wanted at that point of the game. I meant, you know, they wanted the Aegis. They chucked it onto the Bloodseeker. I mean, like, this SNY is still going to be great for him no matter how you go ahead and break it down.
Dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
Okay, that SNY provides great amount of health, more health regen, some status resist. The BKB is going to be very, very good, obviously, for team fights. It's already down to 9 charges. Oh, it's still a fresh BKB. Okay. So he's going to be conserving it quite a bit. Gree with the charge. They're using the focus fire on Regal. They're seeing if they can go ahead and claim it. They do claim it once. And they're going to go ahead and use the Phantasm and try to go ahead and kill him right here. And they're able to do so. That was a fresh 10-second BKB going down without much effectiveness. Gree charging forward. Magic Wizard was able to go ahead and position himself away from the rest of the team. So that way, you know, it wasn't too bad if he got caught out.
Dire's middle tower is
And
under.
the Honeydew is just going to go ahead and whack away at this tower. Bloodseeker's going to be down for another 20 some odd seconds, which is going to be good news for the Pot of Greed because it feels like, they found the bear. The spirit bear is stuck He's going to go ahead and roar once. B-Jack to cut him off with the Reality Rift and the Chaos Bolt. And the Focus Fire to boot will go ahead and get rid of that stupid bear. And the bear, did they summon another one? Yes, they are able to go ahead and summon another one. So it wasn't a massive loss per se, but man, that is a lot of gold to be giving to Raw Boss in this game. Like, look, he is not that far away from a BKB. He's almost there to his Mithril Hammer, and then he needs to go ahead and have another, what, 1,400 gold on top of the 200, so 1,600. So it's going to be looking like 3,000 more gold. And he's going to have a BKB, and that's not much when it comes to a Wind Ranger, when you think about it. They're going to go ahead and... are they going to be trading towers here? Feels like they're going to be trading towers. So they glyphed once. Will they oh, they did not glyph in return for that. Oh, because it wasn't available. But it seems like they're going to go ahead and challenge this. There's the first blink call forward. Can they go ahead and get a second helping? Oh, they're going to go ahead and just use the Winter's Curse. There's the charge from Greed to go ahead and mess up the backline some more. There's the blow to right. There's another strike. They have the bear shackled up for a bit, and down goes Welshie, but oh, Magic Wizard is going to be going down to B-Jack Honeydew if he can go and get his hands on him, but he's unable to do so. They do lose the tier 2 tower for one hero, but they got 3 in return. Like, oh, Magic Wizard TP'd back home. I thought something was going on. So Honeydew was almost able to go ahead and finish off Magic Wizard, but he was just way too slithery and got out just in time. That would have been a huge kill for B-Jack Honeydew, because right now he would have been able to go ahead and, let's see here, think about this, a few extra 100. Yeah, you know, it would have been so huge that he wouldn't be that far off from. Let me think about this for a second. You got Plate Mail, Hyperstone. Yeah, 1,400 and 2,000, 3,400. Yeah, he would be actually extremely close from getting those two components, and then the Saw Curious would be just something that's within reach, and that would have sped it up the timing by like about 3 to 4 minutes. Instead, we're probably going to see like a 34 minute. I'm going to say 34 minute. Let's go with 32. Actually, if he got that kill on Slardar, he would have had his AC finished within the next 2 to 3 minutes. And I would have said 2 minutes. So we're looking around 31 minutes, 32. So like a 1-2 minute difference with that kill. Like I'm saying, it would have been huge. Like 1 minute in Dota 2, it's like... I'm not going to say massive. It's game changing. So Gree was going to go ahead and do a charge, but he decided to go ahead and undo the charge away from somewhere else. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so they're going to go ahead and sweep across this jungle of theirs, Pot of Greed, and try to find someone. But with the quick ice shards on the exit, it prevents them from chasing them. Now, this game is intense. Really intense. So much so that I'm like kind of starting to figure out what is necessary. Like, I'm seriously thinking, like, what is needed? A Paladin Sword? Oh my gosh, you could not ask for a better item for your CK. That is so good for you right now.
Every coin helps.
Like, look. Like, see, he would be done right now if he got that kill on Slardar. Well, actually a minute away, but like still. Well, we'll see how long it's gonna for him to be finished. Like I'm saying, I'm trying to figure it out right now. Because when you take a look at Ooh, that's a lot of gold there. When you take a look at the LD, and where's his bear? There she is. There you are, Nala. Basher, no radiance. What's on the... Oh, he was very stubborn and really wanted that SNY. Okay, that's cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty. I mean, when you take a look at how this is all playing out at the moment, it felt like everything was going so well for the side of Grin that nothing was able to go wrong. And as soon as they started running into some, like, some obstacles, it just kind of started to... I'm not going to use the word fall apart. It started to come apart from the seams with their plans. It's just like, it started like snowballing out of their favor, I guess would be another way of putting it. Like, they're still completely in this game. Don't get me wrong.
Yo, green
See?
dudes, something bad is happening.
It's just a little bit more favored for Pog right now.
Are fortified.
You know, all the split pushing that's going on, they need to go ahead and get rid of these wards. They need to go... they were unable to deny the tower just in time. Man, that is just unfortunate. You know, you worked really hard to protect that tower. The Shadow Shaman and Bird shows up, goes ahead and just drops some Serpent wards and was able to go ahead and fly away from the situation. It's like, come on, give me a break. So when you go ahead and take a look at everything that is going on, like, the Chaos Knight's in very good position here. He has an AC, he has Manta, he does have, ooh, we have a charge going on to Gree. He found the Slardar. He's going to go ahead and use his Nether Strike, blink forward, great setup and the call, and the wonderful finish from Rob Boss to secure the kill one more time. And oh man, I would not be having a good day if I am the Slardar. Right now, I would have been looking at everybody and being like, guys, I think I'm running out of magic. So with this Roshan being the second time going down this game, we're looking at having the Aegis being put onto the CK. We're also probably putting the cheese on someone else other than yourself, so Rob Boss is going to be the designated cheese carrier for the time being. Naya, like, ooh, a mech, ooh. You know, no Glimmer Cape this game. They're thinking long-term team fights. And also an Aether Lens is in the future for Naya. Bird has a shot at this. Throws down the Serpent wards. Can Naya survive? She's going down. Naya does go down. Oh, there's the TP, but nope. In comes Welshi with that blink. And there's the Reality Rift and a quick second last hit. And they're able to go ahead and get the revenge kill there. In doing so, they just went ahead and left Rob Boss all alone. Who, oh, never mind. They're going to go ahead and TP on over. There's the BKB just so she can go ahead and do focus fire. Oh no, not in time with the blink. Just off by a sliver of a second. Not able to keep those two heroes in range for the team of Pog to go ahead and be like, hey, we're going to go ahead and try to punish this. So close. I mean, that cheese was great. Like Raw Boss was making some wonderful decision making there. The BKBs and everything, having to make the Slardar right click, and not only that, you had Wind Run going for a little bit. You know, it's going to be super difficult to go ahead and hit her at that point. You know,
Got it.
it was interesting to see what was going on there. I do love the whole entire move. Like if you saw that, like she was ruptured, so Raw Boss just kept running, and then used the cheese right away, try to reposition himself into a place where he can try to be saved. So it's really good to see something like that. You know, that's a really tough play to do, and it was a really good save, or at least attempt at a save. And well, she was almost there, and unfortunately, like even if he did the save right there, I think he would have been dead like within a moment. Like a few right clicks and he's gone. So that was a pretty big play for Grin Ethereal. It swung him back into 6k lead, but does that, oh, it also gave him the winning chance here. And honestly, like this is what a lot of teams I feel like make mistakes at, you know, myself included and everybody else outside of pros, is that as soon as they get some big kills, they instantly went back and off, and oh gosh, that is Regal. They found him. They're going to go ahead and use everything they possibly can. And oh my gosh, they're using the Winner's Curse to go ahead and keep these two heroes in place. Out comes the Slithering Crush, but there's the Reality Rift that pierces the BKB immunity, and they're going to go ahead and take Magic Wizard off the board once more. But that was a huge kill on Regal as well. So big that they're going to go ahead and try invading into the high ground. It doesn't feel like they can do much of a defense here. They desperately need that Shadow Shaman to come back to base, but I believe they're going to go ahead and agree that sacking this Rax for that split push seems to be the better choice at the moment. Agree's trying to get Rhino to overplay his hand, more or less like panic in the situation, put a lot of pressure. Rhino's not biting for it. Oh, they're gonna go use the buyback onto Magic Wizard, and there's the glyph, and instantly Pot of Greed just runs away. They got what they wanted, and they're not gonna go ahead and push their luck even further. And there's the Stormcrafter, which is gonna be really good on somebody here. Like honestly, like when you look at it, I feel like Welshie's a great candidate for it. He does have the Titan Sliver though. Like you can put the Titan Sliver on Spirit Breaker, put the Stormcrafter onto Welshie, which would be great. Oh, they were able to go ahead and pick up a Spell Prism. You go ahead and give that to somebody. Oh, Naya's gonna be flying. Found Bird. Hexed up. There's the wards. They're going to go ahead and use the shackle. Here comes Welshie with the blink forward. Niall's going to go ahead and use the cold embrace on herself to make sure she stays alive for a bit. And they're going to go ahead and try to get her out ASAP. Can they go ahead and save her? They're able to go ahead and do so. But oh my god, here comes Regal. He's looking for some blood because he's seeking it. Oh boy. Gree slammed by the Slithering Crush. Down he goes. Welshie was able to go ahead and reposition himself out of it and was able to blink away. They know he's nearby. There's the Blood Right. Here comes the BKB. Out comes the Rupture. He's using his only defense there, which is basically Blade Mail. It's like, okay, I know I'm dead here, but oh, he probably had maybe 2 seconds to react to that, which is a long time in Dota, but, you know, we're not freaking pro players, man. Oh, they're gonna go ahead and use the Phantasm, and oh my god, absolutely disintegrates the Shadow Shaman. Bird is gone, and so is Magic Wizard. The B-Jack Honeydew on CK seems to be, let's politely say, let's just say he's huge. And that's not a good thing. Oh, Bry Guy almost got caught out. There's the power shot. They know Regal's nearby. They are missing 2 people, and it's not a good matchup. You need your bear with the Bloodseeker, and everybody has to focus B-Jack Honeydew. So with all the phantasms and everything, they needed to go ahead and make sure those go away. Then they can go ahead and re-engage and fight. And that's a leveler. Forget everything what I said. Just give that to the friggin' Wind Ranger.
Top tower gonna fall over soon.
Up top. Spider leg still. Da, da, da. Ooh, Trickster's Cloak. That's really good. So fun for that. There's Naya. Doing what Naya needs to do. When you're the support, it's all about vision at this point of the game. You really don't care about getting kills. You want to make sure your teammates stay alive more than anything else. So wards is your main priority for this game. Checking it on Roshan. See? Wards. They do have the mech there, so these team fights are going to get a lot more interesting as soon as that Guardian Greaves is made. Bloodseeker, I mean, like, he's been very effective for like half the game easily. Oh, there goes the D ward on the sentry. Alright. So he's going to go ahead and use his, did he use Phantasm? Huh. Well, it kind of seems like he's going to go ahead and use it anyways. Well, I mean the Manta. So yeah, he did use the Manta. Anyways. Alright, so they're just going to go ahead and siege away with these illusions. It's not like the best use of them,
Yo, green dudes, something bad
personally.
in your bottom.
Oh, they're going to go blink forward. They have him shackled up with 2. Out comes the Blood Right. Magic Wizard is in the back line. They're going to go ahead and apply the Winter's Curse on this. They're going to go ahead and reset this. Oh, there's the another strike, and they're easily taking this out. Here comes a charge from Gree, and here comes the Reality Rift as well. They're able to take out and finish everyone off. It's a 4-hero wipe at this point, and the only person missing is Tusky Wusky, and Bry Guy's right there, snowballing away in 3, 2, 1, and able to blink away. Right, he timed that so well. He had a Spirit Vessel on him, Battle Hunger, everything, the whole shebang, and was still able to get out of it. They're not going to go ahead and GG on out just yet. They're trying to find ways to make sure they can extend this game. I'm not entirely sure how Bry Guy's going to do it, but he'll probably try to find a way. Oh, they're going to go use it. Focusing fire on this. It doesn't seem like he's going to be able to stop it. Bird's going to go ahead and initiate the GG. And that's the end of this game in game 2. It falls into the category of a win for Pot of Greed. So that's great news for them. So this is another 2-0 this week, if you have been keeping up with Pot of Greed. And talk about having 2 great back-to-back games. It was a very tough start for Pot of Greed. They had to deal with a Bloodseeker who was going, I wouldn't say bananas, but had a very good start for his game. And it just did not look like everything was looking good for Pot of Greed. They dug themselves into a hole. The Bloodseeker was just taking everything, and it was just one of those games where you felt like the things that were going wrong at the beginning were going terribly wrong, and it just compiled after that, and it was just worse after. It was bad. I'll just say it. It was just bad. All right. So it didn't feel great. In the mid game, they just trusted each other and was like, "Hey, we got to put everything together right now." And they found a way to do that in Pot of Greed. They knew each other well enough to be like, hey, this is what we needed to do. We know the game plan. We just get B-Jack Honeydew even larger. He's a CK. He can out-carry this Bloodseeker if we can go ahead and slow down the Bloodseeker. They were able to do so. They picked him off a few times. They were able to stop Magic Wizard. And they were able to go ahead and stop the Lone Druid as well from being a big, massive impact on this game. So, I Today though, Bird had a fantastic game, and so did the Tusk. I mean, it was great. They both had great games. They were able to go ahead and find the necessary pickoffs when they needed to in the early games. They were split pushing. They were making things for Pot of Greed very difficult. So hats off to Grin Ethereal. You guys put up a great fight this week. And honestly, it is a little one-sided in game one when it got past a certain point. But but game two, you guys put up an even better fight, and you guys should be proud of yourselves. So anyways, this is Artifazel. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for stopping by and checking out the video. And again, my apologies with all my internet issues. Anyways, see you all later. Ladies and gents and all you non-binary, enjoy your day. Have a good evening. And if you're somewhere else, good morning. Either way, see you guys later. Bye-bye.